work with. Now let's just start with the feet nice and wide, and we're going to bend right knee and left knee. So we're going to just get a little bit of mobility going first, a little bit of loading just to warm up the muscles. So basically our mobility is our warm up. Now reach with the left hand, reach with the right hand, stretching across, getting a little bit of rotation. 4 more. 3, 2. Now if you can, take your hands behind your head. We're going to bend, lift the heel, lower and center. Bend, heel up, heel down. So we're going into feet and ankles, center. Bend, hold it there. So there is a little bit of work, but you don't have to go too deep on this one. Back extensors are working a little bit more as well. Good. Now I want you to bend and then go right elbow up. Bend and side flexion. Bend, flex. 1 more. Good. Now let's go to the left. Bend the left knee. Take the left elbow up. Nice deep bend into side flexion. 2 more. Last one. Good. Now bring the toes out wider now. We're going to do figure of 8 forward and back. And forward and back. Getting those shoulders moving, spine moving. Good. Go a little bit bigger. 2 more. Last one. Good. Now this time we're going to go into a bend again. Right heel, left heel. Now turn the palms up to the ceiling. Right, left, right. Now add a little bit more of a pulse, pressing down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Give those arms a little swing. Walk the legs in a little bit closer now. Arms in front. Circle and rotate forward, then 2 squats. Down, lift, left arm, circle, forward, 2 squats. Good, now let's go quicker. Circle, squat, circle, squat, round. Good. 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Now both arms, circle, squat. Try and reach for the floor, up. Good, last 2, squat and circle, last one. Now let's stretch and stretch. Reach that right side, reach that left side, 2 more. Good, now keep the arms up, circle behind you and up. Circle behind you. Hold those arms up, calf raise, 4, 3, heels high. Good, and again, circle just the arm and lift. Try and get it as far behind you as you can. And we've got that bit of endurance with those arms up as we lift the heels up. 3, 2, let's do 1 more set like that. Circle it around, hold it up, a lot of shoulder work here. Round and up, hold those arms reaching for the ceiling, heels up, down, down. Excellent, good. Give the legs and arms a little shake out. Now let's just do 1 more exercise. I want you to squat, knee raise. Squat, knee raise. Now circle, we're going to squat and circle. Squat. Good, let's go a little bit quicker. Squat, circle, squat, circle. Now let's again take the hands behind the head so we get the back muscles working a bit more. Squat, circle. 2 more. Good. Now keep your arms there. Take your leg a little bit behind you, hinge slightly forward. We're going to lift that leg up. Raise the knee. Take it back. So squeeze the bottom. Let's get a little bit of extension at the hip. Back. And it's a lot of balance work. So really tighten up those abs. Lift. Take it back. Lift that knee as high as you can. 2 more. So no weight, really, just a little bit of body weight. Good, switch legs. Left leg back. Ooh, a bit harder on this side. Back, lift. Squeeze the bottom to get the leg back. Hinge forward as the leg goes back. Lift up to, let's do 4 more. Ground that foot into the floor. Really work on the balance, on the core work here. Lift. 2. 1 more. Lift, good. So, should be feeling warm. Let's just finish with a few little hip pushes. Arms here, we're going to push, push, push. Hips from side to side. Now, keep the hips still and pull the ribs. Rib isolation. 4, 3, let's do 4 hip pushes now. Hips underneath the ribs. Now the rib cage. Let's do that one last time. So loosening lower back and hips. And pull, pull. Excellent. Give those arms a shake out. So we're going to start with a curtsy lunge. I'm going to do a lateral raise. So you might want to go a bit heavier because your elbows are going to be bending. We're going to hold it in a half bicep curl position. Your arms are going to be doing this. So I've got 2.5 kilos here. I may regret this. We'll see. So we're going to take the right leg back. We've got the arms here. Curtsy lunge, lift. Left leg. We're going to alternate. So a bit of arms and legs together. Then we're just going to do some arms. Now I want you to get that knee as close to the floor as you can. Hold it and tucked in tight to your side. Down, hold, lift. Good. Right knee down to the floor. So it's a short lever, but you may be able to go heavier on your weight. Let's do 4 more. 3, down. 2 more. Now we're just going to change it slightly, but you're going to have a little breather first. Give the legs a shake out. So we're going to curtsy lunge and do 3 lateral raises, then the other side. So we've got a little bit more on those arms. We're going to do one last set. So curtsy lunge, 3, 2, 1. Step on the right leg, left leg back. 3. Get that knee a bit close to the floor, holding it. Good. Elbows in. 2. It's a killer on the legs, this one. Good. So if you're not feeling it, get lower. Weight between the legs nice and equally. Good. 1 more on each side. Anyone else's legs screaming at them. Woo. Last one. Holding it. So endurance. 1 more. Oh, gosh. We're going to feel that one tomorrow. Give the legs a little shake. Now, pop your lighter. If you're working with heavier weights, stay with 1 lighter one in one hand and 1 heavier one. So I'm going to stick with this. In fact, I'm really going to go for it. I've got my this is my 4.5 kilo weight. It's a lot bigger. So I've got my light weight in my right hand, my heavy weight in my left hand. Just soft knees, ground those feet, take those feet about hip distance apart. Right arm, we're going to hold in a frontal raise. Left arm, we're going to curl and curl. Pull it up. It's a bicep curl, palm is up to the ceiling. Endurance on that right shoulder. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Switch sides now. So your heavy weight. So we want it to be heavy enough that we work to the point of fatigue. So this is where you might want to start getting yourself some heavier weights. Now we're doing this every week. So left arm out in front of us. Right arm is going to bicep curl. Pull. Try and control it down. You can probably see this is more effort for me on my left arm. 2, 1 more. Excellent. Now this time we're going to hold it in a lateral raise and we're going to hammer curl. So right arm held to the side now. So again, a weight heavy enough to challenge that muscle. Palm is in. We're now going to hammer curl. Up, down, Left arm is working in your hammer curl. Up, down. 3, 2, 1. Good. And swap. So hammer curl with the right hand, left hand out. Off we go. Up and down. Curl. You probably, I think the hammer curl is easier. 4 more. I think bicep curl with the palm up is harder. 2 more. Lots of core work as well. Excellent. Good. Now let's come off those legs for a minute. Come to the floor. We'll come onto all fours. So wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Now, if you've got a loopy band and want to use this, if you want to work extra resistance, you can pop that round just above your knees. We're going to come down on our right elbow. And first of all, we're going to just do a lateral movement, fire hydrant basically. So right elbow down, left leg is going to start, and we lift it side, down. So if you've got a resistance band on the legs, this is going to work even harder. Lift, down, lift. Try not to lean too much over onto that right leg, but squeeze the bottom. We're working laterally, adductors. Good. Now lift, stretch it. We did this in yoga lattes yesterday. We're going to do a few more today. Lift, extend, down, lift, straighten it. So keep that thigh bone still. 4 more. Stretch. Hold it as high as you can as you extend it. 2 more. Out, down. Good. Now we're going to go down, push it to the diagonal. So it's not directly to the side of us anymore. Push the foot to the ceiling. Feel it much more into glute medius now. A little bit of glute max. So we're not going right behind us, we're not going to the side of us, we're going in the middle. 2 more. Last one, pulse it for 8, 7. That glute should be screaming at you by now. 3, 2, good. So we have just got body weight and gravity to work against, but we're still working to the point of fatigue, so it's still going to build strength. Other side now. So we're now down on the left elbow. Fire hydrant, right leg, off we go, and lift. So hold your spine, your pelvis still. Just try and move from that hip joint. The only trouble is we've just done 1 set, so this other side is really quite sore now. And lift, I'm really screaming at you. Lift, lift. Good. 4 more, then we're going to start to add those leg extensions. It's directly to the side of us. Our thigh bone is 90 degrees to the spine. Now we lift, extend, in, down. How are we doing? Lift. Just take a little break when you need to. Give your bottom a little rub if you like. Extend, in, down, lift. Extend it to the side. Let's do 4 more. Straighten, in, down. Good. 2 more. Lift, side, in, down. 1 more. Now keep it bent. We're going to the diagonal now. Push it back, but not directly to the side. Not right behind us, somewhere in the middle. Push that foot to the ceiling. Up. Squeeze. Excellent. Let's do 8 more. Press. Push. Keep those lower abs really lifted. 4 more. 3, 2. I've got another class to do after this as well. And sit back and stretch. So toes tucked under. Push those sit bones back and up behind you. Excellent. Let's do some abs. So come and sit, actually. Grab your weights if you can. Probably go with your smaller ones to start with because there's a lot of shoulder work here to begin with. But there's some hip work as well. So I think these are like 1.5. I think these little ones I've got here. So I might go heavier in a minute. See how we go. Arms out in front. Now, first of all, we're going to just roll back, half roll back. Use the weights to help you back up. Get that rounding of the spine. The abs are working to round that spine. Keep the chest lifted. Now, let's pull the right elbow back. Push it forward. left elbow. We're not rotating yet. Shoulders are square. Pull back. Try and get your elbow to 90 degrees. So the weight is coming out to the side of us to work those obliques a little bit more. Try and touch the small of the back if you can. Go as far as you can without the shoulder blades coming to the floor. Lift. Good. Now, arms here. We're going to push up for 2. Right arm slowly back. I'm pushing to the ceiling. 2 pushes up. We're sitting up tall. Up, left arm. Pushing up. We roll it back in. Both arms push. Push. Right arm as we roll back. It changes the angle of the shoulders slightly, but keep pushing that weight to the ceiling. Push it up round that lower back. Let's do 2 more sets. Shoulder press. Push. Good. 1 more set. Both arms. Left arm press. Excellent. Now take a break. Give your knees a hug for a moment. We're coming to the floor. I want you to keep hold of your weights. You might want to go a little bit heavier, actually, this one. We're going to just do some core work, but with some weighted work. So elbows nice and wide, legs up in the air. So we've got the elbows again at 90 degrees. So first of all, we're going to push the arms up, pull them down slowly. Tap right foot, tap left foot. Keep those legs away from you for more work. Right leg, left leg. Arms press, slowly down, tap, tap. If you want to work harder on your core, we're going to tap further away so we start to stretch that leg a little bit further. Push. Right leg. Good. 2 more sets. Press it up. Push that weight. So I think because we're pushing, we could probably go a little bit heavier. Press. Down. And tap. Good. Now let's do both together. Press it up. Leg comes down. Down. So we're going to continually work now. Push. Alternating the heel tap. Press. Down. Try and push that leg further away. Let's do 4 more. Press. Are we starting to tire now? Remember, we want to get to that fatigue stage. Last one. Press. Good. And relax. Now put one weight down onto the floor. You're going to hold your one weight with both hands. Legs to the ceiling. Soft knees. Bend the knees if you need to. Straighten them if you can. We're going to push that weight up to the feet. Up. Up. Push it up. Good. So I might not be very good at demonstrating this one today because I've got a little kind of breastbone injury that I acquired stupidly over the weekend, doing something silly, as often happens. 3, 2, last one, and relax. We're coming back onto our feet again. So now we're going to do some, you don't need your weights for this one because this is a little bit more power and cardio. So come up to stand, push your mat a little bit out of the way, probably is the best idea for this one. Now I want you to come, you're going to hold your hands together here. Come into a deep squat. Good. Now we're going to bring the feet in and down. Bring them in, so it's like a small jack. In. Deep squat. In, down. In, down. Bring the feet together, squat it. Now we're going to add a little twist. Now as you go out, you're going to twist. Together, twist. Lower body twisting. Keep your arms still. Down. In, down. In. Good. 4 more. 3. Lower if you can. 1 more. Oh, take a deep breath. Shake out the legs. Oh, good work. Now grab your weights again. I would say you're 2 sort of medium. If you've got selection, Get yourself a selection if you can, because it's really good to chop and change around. Split squat. Right leg back, left leg forward. Back heel is lifted. So we're going to split squat. Down, hinge forward, row, and up. Split squat. Down slowly, knee towards the floor, straighten. Hinge, keep that front knee slightly bent. Down, lift. Hinge, row, and lift. Down, push up, squeeze those glutes. Pull. Down, lift. Row. Nice flat back, so we're working those back muscles. And lift. Row. Hinge back up. One more, then we'll switch sides. Straighten. Back leg stays straight. Good. So we get a bit of hinging, a bit more glute work, and the leg work. So, right leg forward, left leg back now. Spine up tall, slowly down, knee towards the floor. Good. Hinge forward, let the arms drop, pull them up, down, lift up, down, lift. Hinge, row. So again, the rowing I think is quite easy. So we probably could go a bit heavier. Feel that right glute working to lift you back up. Good. So as we hinge, the glutes are stretching. Squeeze that bottom to bring you up because they're shortening then. So we're working on a longer range with those muscles. Row. 2 more. Down. Push it up. Stretch those legs. 1 more time. Keep that chest nice and lifted. Abs switched on all the time. Hinge. Feel that right glute working to push it up. Well done. Weights down. Come back to your mat. Now I'm coming into bridge this time. So, actually we'll do a little bit of abs first because we just worked glutes, then we'll go into the bridge. Now we're going to bring the legs up and cross your legs. We're going to do some reverse curls. Arms, try and bring them a little bit wider with the palms up. Try not to use your arms too much. Small of the back is coming into the mat, and we're going to curl. Curl. Use your lower abs to release that lower back. Now, try not to use your legs. I know the legs are there and we've got to hold them up, but try not to use momentum. Sometimes we swing the legs around to get that movement. I want you to contract your lower abs. Feel the imprint of the spine into the mat to make those lower abs work. Good. 2 more. Now straighten the legs. We're going to reverse curl again. Reverse curl, lower your right leg down, up. Push those feet to the ceiling. Good. Push it up, down, lift. Push it up. Lower abs should be really working now. Now they're not just working in that reverse curl, they're working in the leg lower as well. Good. Last one. Push, lower and rest. Hug the knees in. Excellent. Now you're going to work with, actually we'll forget the weight for this one. Just have your arms by your side. Bridge the hips up. Hold it there. Now we're going to straighten out your right leg. Bring it as low as you can without that hip dropping. Good. And we're going to pull the knee in, out. Now keep that left glute working. In, out, in, out. 4, 3, 2, last one. Bring it in, other foot down. Straighten out your left leg, bring it in, push it out. Now make sure that right glute is working. Bring that leg as low to the floor as you can without dropping that hip. That's the challenge. 4, keep squeezing, lift a little bit higher. 2, last one. Excellent. Bend it back in. Woo, good work. Now flip over onto your front. Now we're going to use triceps a bit as well. So I want you to grab your weights and have them down by the side of you. Basically in Pilates we call this the dart. but take the palms facing in. So palms facing in towards your body. As we lift our upper back, we're going to lift those arms. Lift. So pushing the little finger and the backs of the arms towards the ceiling as we lift that head and chest. Good. Pushing those weights towards the feet gently. Lift. Lower. Lift. So you should feel the back of the arm also working. Can keep the elbows soft. If it starts to aggravate your elbow joint, lift. Good. 2 more. I want you to hold it for endurance on the last one. So let's lift, hold it there. Pulse the arms up, up, up. 4, 3, keep that chest lifted and lower back down. Excellent. Good. Come and sit back in your rest position. So got triceps working without doing a press up. Let's face it, we'll hate press ups. Take the palms facing in, push the little finger away and push the shoulders down as you reach those arms and take a nice deep breath in there. So really stretching out into those triceps. Almost feel like you're pulling back with the spine as your arms reach forward. So in opposition. Good. Press those shoulders down to the floor. Good. Draw the tailbone down, rounding your spine. Feel that stretch in the lower back as we come up. Excellent. Good. Take your legs out in front of you. First of all, just let this right leg relax. Left leg parallel, so toes and knees forward. Take your arms behind you. And we're going to just gently push forward from the hips. So feel that hamstring stretch. If you want to, reach for the foot. Just getting that nice stretch through the back of the leg. And hold. 3, 2, 1. Good. Now take that right leg over the left leg. Use your left arm to pull it in. We'll do our yoga stretch. Underneath the leg tucked under if you want to, but make sure both sit bones are down and we rotate to feel that stretch in the glutes. Nice little spinal rotation as well. Keep spine stretching up. Excellent, good. And change sides. So now we're going to tuck the left leg in, toes and knees up to the ceiling, arms behind you, and gently lean forward. Trying not to over-round your spine. What we want to try and avoid is being sort of in this position. So it might be that we're here and just trying to think a little bit more sit bones back and then just lean forward if you need to, or even reach for the foot if you can to feel a little bit more stretch. Don't ever over-force it. Good, up we come. Let's take this left leg over. Right arm pulls it in, sit as tall as you can. Weight equal through those sit bones. Gently rotate it behind you. Remember, you can bend this underneath leg. It'll turn this leg out more. Deepen the stretch. Good. And relax. Now come onto all fours, onto your hands and knees. So wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, toes tucked under. Hover the knees 1 millimeter off the floor. Hold. 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Now that is option number 1. So I've just snuck one. Just when you thought you were cooling down and stretching, we got one last exercise. Now what we're going to try and do is hover, and you're going to try and tap your left knee with your right hand. Right knee with your left hand. Try not to lift those knees too high. It's not easy. Pull. Loads of core work going on. You'll find one side easier than the other very often. 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Now stick those sit bones to the ceiling, heels down. Feel that stretch of the shoulders towards the feet. Deep breath in there. And then slowly start to walk your hands back towards your feet and slowly uncurl the spine. Head up slowly. Now the head's been down a long time, so give it a moment to transition back up to stand. Excellent. Take the feet a little bit wider. Let's take a lovely big shoulder roll around to the right, round to the left. 1 more each way. And then take hold of your right leg. Push the knee towards the floor. Try and think of the hips maybe pressing forward a little bit. Let's get into hip flexors, but mostly quads. If you can, reach the left arm to the ceiling and feel that stretch in opposition. Hold. 3, 2, lots of lovely balance here as well. Change sides. And we're going to grab onto the left leg now. Obviously my worst side. And if you can, so maybe just hold it here first, get position. Then as soon as you're ready, try and bring that arm in opposition so it kind of just feels more stretched in 2 directions. Hold. 3, 2, 1. And down. Good. Take the legs a little bit wider. Deep breath in. Big sweep round, extending that spine and the chest muscles. And again, down. Stretch it back. And good work this morning.